when we refer to the compassion and mindfulness, these are like medicines. But to give the medicine to treat, first we have to diagnose. What we have to diagnose is the grief. So grief here can be manifest in a person as a symptom mentally. See, when you have lots of grief, you have heartache, you have sorrow, you have pain. So like this, we go through lots of the grieving experiences at the level of emotions, where all the destructive emotions can manifest as a symptom in us. And not only that, then those grieving can also manifest in the physical level, where the grieving can become physical sickness. Why I'm saying this is because to apply any treatment of compassion or mindfulness meditation, first we have to diagnose. So diagnose here, see, diagnosing is, the grieving is like a disease. It makes us feel dis-ease, discomfort, pain, and suffering. So it's like a disease. But disease is a result. Result in the sense there should be an underlying cause. So what is the cause for all this grieving? Death can become a primary cause if our emotions are involved with this. So within the emotions, but the main cause of the grief has more to do with our attachment, our emotions, particularly the emotions of love and attachment has a lot to do with the grieving. So in this way, see, there are causes which we have to diagnose. The primary cause of grief is all our attachment, all our desire. I think these are primary causes of the grief. So traditionally, when we practice mindfulness, mindfulness is to bring some insight into our nature of the life. So when our life is begun at the conception, from there, then the birth, why we are conceived, why we are born. And then after birth, we want to enjoy the life. We want to have all the happiness and good feelings in the life. But most of the time, we have all this pain and suffering and loss and grief and all these things. Then why we are forced to live in such a pain and suffering and grief? Why we have old age, sickness, and then in the end, why we are forced to die in such a pain and suffering. So these are the insight. More we know the reason why we have all these different aspects of the life, and we know the nature of the life, then that will enlighten us to overcome what is called the suffering of conditioned nature. So that is the one which will also help us to awaken and free from the grief.